Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Retro Wrestling Review Series. I'm here with whoever wants
J-
to
James,
and
I'm different. Whoa.
making his epic return to this channel since like a week ago. I don't know. Uh,
Memes.
then we also have the co-host of the Wrestling Rundown,
Chris.
and obviously you have the co-host of the Wrestling Rundown, the host of this show, and the host of every show on this channel, Owen the
Not you,
Birdman
me.
Finch. Huh?
Not you, me.
No, it's me. I'm
Your
the
mom's
host.
gay, not you. Anyway, go.
But yeah, this is probably going to be the shortest retro wrestling review series in the history of doing this show.
Yeah, because mainly because it's a documentary. Really.
Yeah, I picked this. I picked this show. It's only a show, but I picked this documentary because fighting with my family's. No, sorry, fighting with my family, not plural, came out last week. We were supposed to have done this last week, but things got a little bit too busy last week, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah,
So
all I'm gonna say is I've seen the Hollywood version. This is so much better and more authentic. It's not even funny.
I will. So obviously save that for the rundown because I plan on seeing the Hollywood version Thursday. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, obviously since that came out, I figured we would review this one. Because obviously, I feel like watching this would obviously give you, obviously, it would tell you a little bit more about the Knight family and stuff like that before you go watch the documentary. So, yeah. But let's get right into that. We're gonna start off by talking about the documentary. The documentary, I believe, came out like in 2012 because I think the upload date
Before she got signed.
Yeah, the upload date on the YouTube channel said like April 26, 2012 or something like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I don't know exactly when it was made though, because obviously the upload date's different. Because this clearly aired on television in the UK, because you can tell where they take commercial breaks and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, let's talk about this documentary. So I don't even know how we're gonna do this because obviously we're not really reviewing a wrestling show, we're reviewing a documentary. So since me and James are the only ones that have seen it recently, me and James can just take turns breaking down sections to talk about it. We probably should have, addressed this off camera, but we like to do things on the fly, not a literal fly, but on the fly.
Yeah. So the documentary starts off really with it's the Knight family running a wrestling show. I think it's like in some warehouse or something. And they explain, I don't know who narrates it, but I guess they explain that they used to be really popular and now they've kind of dwindled down in popularity. So
yeah,
he's pretty much trying to do everything he can to get his kids into WWE because he knows that this isn't going to last, I guess.
Well, he also explains too that wrestling in the UK kind of was starting to die a little bit around this time, which was kind of crazy to think about because wrestling's always been big in the UK. So, but obviously, I guess it's bigger now, obviously, because now we have NXT UK, Defiant Wrestling, all this type of stuff. So,
Progress, ICW, all that,
and the
WXW.
Yeah. And when they introduced that, because I don't think they were around really all that much back then. But yeah, they introduced us pretty much to all of the Knight family, which I'll say one by one. We have the parents. First, the dad, Ricky Knight, which is best known as his wrestling name, Rowdy Ricky Knight. Then we have his wife, Julia Knight, who's best known as Sweet Sayara. And then we have their kids, Roy Knight, who's best known as the Zebra Kid. Zach Knight, which is best known as Zach Zodiac. And we also have, obviously, who's probably the most famous now out of, the whole everybody else, Sayara J. Knight, best known as her indie name, Brittany. But obviously we find out her WWE name once the documentary gets going. But obviously they introduce us to everybody. We find out that I believe Zach's been wrestling since he was 6 years old, which is like crazy to think about.
Yeah,
That
and
he was like 6 years old.
honestly, and I say this now, thank God Zach isn't in WWE because I'm afraid he would have actually had to retire.
Yeah,
I honestly, because he probably would have had what worse than what happened to Paige.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
because you're not supposed to be wrestling at that age. You want to do fucking flips, hurricane ranas and shit, that's one thing. When you're taking bumps off the fucking mat at 6 years old, you're gonna fucking end up with a bunch of problems. My dad used to do fucking tackle football, like without pads and shit, and he's fucked up from that.
Yeah,
He's fucked from that. Like, you can't do that shit that young and expect not to have fucking problems. Even in your 20s, you could have problems if you do it too much. Like, there's a reason why they say you only have so many bumps in the bump card. That's why.
yeah.
Like, the shit ain't fucking ballet for a reason, and you're not at the very least, if you're going to do it, don't do it at fucking when you're a kid.
I think that's on the
It's,
parents a little bit, but they forced Zach to do it when he was 6 years old. I don't know. I guess they didn't force him, but like
no, he wanted to. Like, they definitely say they're all wanting to be wrestlers, but the problem is you shouldn't be fucking doing it at 6 goddamn years old.
yeah,
That's
Dude,
insane.
that's like worse than taking a fucking chair shot to the head.
yeah. What about
Like,
you,
what
Chris?
the hell are you thinking?
What are your thoughts of what we talked about so far with this documentary?
I have no thoughts.
what about thought? What about thoughts on Zach Zodiac wrestling since he was 6 years old?
I mean, it's a family business pretty much. But yeah, there's no way he should have been taking bumps at fucking 6 years old.
Yeah, no.
But
And
yeah, then say I'm just gonna say Brittany. We find out that she's kind of the one that's starting to get the ticket sales up for the Knights wrestling organization up again, because I think she was like starting to become a pretty big star around that time. So obviously that would make sense. And she talks about how she wants to get signed to the biggest wrestling company in the world, which was pretty much WWE, but they don't tell you that in this documentary. But that
not until later, no.
Yeah, way later on.
And Brittany has all these aspirations of becoming really rich and buying like a boat and like all this stuff, which it's kind of.
I mean, she probably did already by this point.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
was it a gold boat? Was it a gold boat? Remember, Brian Alvarez won on the gold boat.
He did say that, yeah. We don't know if it was a gold boat or not.
I'm living this dream out. Here's to you, Brian.
Yeah, because this was right after that too. Actually, when that podcast
it was right after that podcast came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 years after.
So we find out that Brittany and Zach, because the whole documentary is basically focused around Brittany and Zach, because it was like their story pretty much. They have a WWE tryout, so they're worried at first that they're not going to make it. So they drive all the way to wherever the tryouts being taken place. And this is where we'll kind of go back to James. You could kind of talk about the tryout and stuff. I will say they didn't film any of the tryout because they were told they weren't allowed to, which that obviously makes sense. You don't want to be filming that type of stuff. So
yeah, I'll be honest. I could be wrong, but I was kind of confused around this because I'm pretty sure Paige made it in this tryout.
Yeah, she did,
but Zach didn't. Just because
Correct.
build, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And God, the defeat in his face was just like, I felt bad. Like I don't know if it's later on, but or not, because I forget now. But there's a scene where Zach's just kind of sitting there, dejected, saying like, well, I could have kids, and it's a win-win situation. I'm like, I know you fucking don't mean that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell in his face, like, he wanted to be in WWE, and they fucking rejected him over his build, which I'm like, how many, like, how are you going to fucking not sign a guy like him, but fucking sign Colin Delaney?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm pointing it out there. How is this possible? Anyway,
insane.
you know,
But
I feel bad for that.
also too, like they even talk about you know, because this is obviously going to tie into the film because we saw in the movie version that's coming out, the one that already came out, that Zach wasn't happy that Paige got signed. We talked about how that probably wasn't true. Well, I guess it was true because I think Zach was a little jealous of Brittany.
Yeah, no, he was definitely jealous, but here's the thing. He didn't fucking... This is why I hate Hollywood, like, writing sometimes. Because it wasn't that ridiculous. You could just tell he was upset that he couldn't be in the same spot that Paige was in. But he never fucking talked down to his sister once.
Right.
Not once did he fucking do that. Not once did he give her shit. Not fucking once.
Well, I said
at all.
He said he also didn't want, like, to hinder her dreams of going there because he was upset. He was gonna be a good sport about it. So,
yeah. So like Hollywood really fucked that up.
Yeah.
And you'll see why that happens. By the way, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
And then, so then obviously the rest of the film is focused around Brittany getting ready to go. Well, not the rest of the documentary, but like a good chunk of it.
Yeah, good portion of it.
Brittany going to WWE. She gets her teeth whitening where we meet her sister Nikki Knight. And Nikki Knight's obviously happy that Brittany's going to America and stuff because she had the opportunity at one point to go to Japan, and she chose not to go because she wanted to stay with her family and stuff like that. And her father wasn't happy about it. I mean, obviously now they're fine, but I guess at the time, he wasn't happy about it because he wanted, Nikki to make a better life for herself. And obviously that was entertaining. But you also get to see a little bit that Julia Knight is upset because this is the first time that the family is going to be separated. Since both you even got to hear a little bit about Julia and Wick's story. We find out that Wick used to be like he was in prison for about 8 years, and then wrestling pretty much saved his life. Pretty much, him going into the wrestling business kind of got him to get his life together, and that's how he met his wife, Julia Knight. I believe they said you might remember this more than I do, James, because I watched the documentary fully a week ago, but I watched clips of it before we did this video. I believe they said they met at a wrestling show, correct?
Yeah, they met at a wrestling show. I mean, obviously, you know what I mean. Like that's how they first met. I think they just kind of hit it off right off the bat, and then the rest of the family got born. So there you go. That's how birth works, kids.
And then exactly, and you see obviously Brittany and all the rest of the family, they watch like the DVD of the best Raw moments of 2009, and they're watching John Cena versus Shawn Michaels. Well, it's obviously you can't really go on with that. So it's probably one of the best matches on Raw that year. So
it was one of the best matches on Raw.
Yeah,
but I just the match they watched is during that shit JBL Shawn Michaels storyline. Oh my god. I just see JBL circling the ring, wanting Shawn to pin him, and I'm like, God, why the fuck did this storyline exist? And I love how, I don't know if Paige just glosses over it or what, or if she did say something about it or something, but, she's like, Shawn Michaels wins!
Yeah. Obviously, she was surprised about it, but I don't know why she would be so surprised that Shawn Michaels with JBL in his corner would win that match. But Chris, do you want to talk about anything that we're saying,
No.
Okay, you're just gonna sit there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what else happened? So we see the Zebra Kid. I forget his name. Oh, name now off the top of my head.
It was
Zach.
Roy.
No, I'm sorry.
It was Roy.
No,
it was Roy.
I said the one wrestling name. We see Zach. how could I forget Zach Zodiac? So,
they're both just the fucking zebra twins. Fuck's sake. Fucking Zodiac from WCW, he had fucking zebra getup. Put him with zebra, and then have the fucking zebra kid with zebra shit. Just fucking have them tag team. There you go.
Yeah.
Funny.
All right, but Zach Zodiac is training. I'm just gonna say Zach. I'm not saying Zach Zodiac again.
I wonder why he didn't get signed, other than his build.
Yeah.
Zach Zodiac.
What about you, Chris? Did you love that name, Zach Zodiac? Is that
the best fucking ring name of all time?
Yeah.
So great. Yeah.
Zach,
cringe.
Pretty much he's training though for
Zach Zodiac, WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Nope. Not even in the company.
Yeah, how can he be WWE World Heavyweight Champion if he's not even in the company?
I have the answer. He buys a replica.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about? The company right now.
But yeah, one thing we forgot to talk about is that
I'd be happy if he's in WWE so long as he gets rid of the fucking Zodiac name, please.
Yeah,
Nope.
exactly.
Gonna keep it.
What's it?
Keep it forever, Chris.
Ever. He's never changed his ring name.
No, his name's not. His name's just Zodiac too.
Just imagine a marquee match at WrestleMania next year: Samoa Joe versus Zach Zodiac. Yeah, that'll put the butts in the seats.
No.
Yeah.
In the main event for the WWE Championship.
No. The main event, and that will be the main event for the WWE Championship side. And then the Universal Championship side will be the Zebra Kid going in as champion versus Brock Lesnar. Great, fantastic.
Yeah. But anyhow, we gotta get serious again. Okay, this is what Zach Zodiac does to us. So,
I'm sorry, man, but Zodiac, come on, man.
What about you, Chris? Those awesome WrestleMania main events.
You gotta go. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Zodiac main eventing WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar.
No.
No. Zebra Kid is main eventing against Brock Lesnar. But in the co-main event, Zach Zodiac is fighting Samoa Joe. And they'll change his name to Senior Joe.
And both the matches combined last about a minute.
Yeah.
There.
And they'll have the Benoit Eddie moment where they just hug in the middle of the ring with Paige and they'll raise all the titles up.
Yeah. Well, Paige can't win a title. She's retired.
Yeah, and hey, Bret Hart did it.
True.
Bret Hart did it. She could do it. She could do it with the whole family beating up on Vince or something. Or Stephanie. Stephanie's a champ. The whole Knight family beats her up. And then she fucking gets the title. And then they have two squash matches after. Then the whole Knight family holds up all the gold. And they ride out for the sunset, retire. And WWE's left without 3 titles. Hey,
like just
fantastic story.
No, we need to. Then they need to put in mixed match. No, mixed tag team championships and have Rick and Julia Knight win the mixed.
Oh yeah. You're right.
But here's the kicker. It can only be fought for a mixed match challenge.
Yes.
And then after they win all that gold, and even the singles titles, like other singles titles, then the fucking what's his name, Ricky Knight and Saraya, is that her name?
Well, the mom.
Yeah, the mom.
Yeah.
Sarita and
Ricky,
they're gonna get the retirement home championships and just watch from their old folks home. Yeah, you go Knight family.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome. All right, let's get back on top.
I'm sorry.
Again, no.
I love the Knight family. You're all cool. I just like to take.
Don't take the piss. Don't take the piss. Don't take the piss.
I take the piss. I have to go to the bathroom somehow, Chris. I mean,
So you're gonna take theirs?
No, I'm not gonna take their piss. I'm taking my own piss in the bathroom.
You said you gotta take the piss.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the piss. My own piss.
You take the piss. You're talking about them, so you're taking their piss away from them.
Well, no. Well, they take the piss away from everybody else. Why can't I take away their piss?
Yes, then you take away their piss that they took away from everyone else.
They took away their piss first.
They
As
took
far
the
as
piss
I'm
out of them.
listen, as far as I'm concerned,
They
it
have
is
the piss.
fair. It is fair for them to get their
They
piss
have the
taken.
piss. And you
Piss for everyone.
You reached up and grabbed their piss.
Listen, piss for everyone. You get piss and you get piss, and then I'm gonna take it away. Everyone gets no piss.
So then you're stuck with all the piss.
Fuck!
You're stuck with everyone's piss because you're taking it all away.
God damn it!
Enjoy that. Let's if you enjoy golden showers.
I mean, at least I'll get a lot of views. Hey, at least I'll get a lot of views on Pornhub and be able to monetize and get some money for once.
No. Nope.
That's what breaks you, not the fact that we just talked about taking people's piss for about like 5 minutes straight. That's what breaks you?
Yeah. Nope, not doing that.
So
you're not doing it. I will. I'm the one taking everybody's piss.
Yeah, you are, because you're a piss hound.
This just shows right here how money Zach Zodiac. We went from talking about that to talking about taking people's piss.
We took a British terminology of taking the piss and just ran with it for like 5 minutes straight. Fucking hell. Can you tell we're autistic? Yes.
Well, Chris isn't. I don't know. He brought it up, and Chris ain't even autistic.
I mean, listen. We're all a little autistic when I'm around, okay?
Yeah.
I've lost brain cells around you.
All right, we got to get back on track before this derails even further. I don't even know how it can derail even further, but
I think it's gotten to the lowest of low.
Yeah,
but it's okay. Anyway, back to the documentary.
So for now on, I'm saying Zach Knight, so we don't go off the rails again. So, so he's training because he has another WWE tryout coming up. He's
squash match with the Big Show.
Well, no, he's.
Oh yeah, no, that's not till later. My bad.
He's lifting weights. He's changing up his eating habits. I should have said cardio. I should have said his not cardio, but his diet. But I said eating habits, so whatever. But then we find out that he had to go work another indie show because he had a storyline he had to blow off, and he didn't really want to work the show because he wanted to just focus on his WWE tryout, but his dad, Ricky, convinced him to. So we had the match. I don't even know. I don't remember who he wrestled. They didn't say the name. So, I think they were like defending the tag team titles or something.
Yeah.
And you got to
Bill Bob Bippenson.
Sure, we'll go with that. You froze on my. What was the name you said, Chris?
Bill Bob Bippenson.
Bill Bob Bippenson.
Bill Bob Bippenson. I guess we'll say that name until we find out what the guy.
Well, I mean, it was a tag team, so it's got to be Bill Bob Bippenson and Dill Bob Dillinson. I don't know.
Sure. That just shows right there that James can come up with better names than WWE can, and he's just clowning around right now. So
what do you mean? What? Because you don't like? You're telling me you don't like the name Dominic Dijakovic?
Hey,
no, I think
yeah, you could say it. It's a lie because you just said it.
Now, yeah, but it only took me like fucking 3 days to fucking memorize the goddamn thing because Mauro Ranallo was screaming it on commentary. Dominic Dijakovic! Mamma mia!
They should have had Mauro narrate this then. That would have been awesome.
Oh, Mauro would have been great. Mauro's a great narrator.
Anyway, he got an injured knee, and he comes back. He has to have surgery on it. He's all upset because this messes up his WWE tryout. So his mom, Julia Knight, tells him not to worry about it, that everything, is going to be okay. You're going to rehab this, and you're going to come back better than ever from this. This was pretty much the gist of the conversation, but they didn't say this word for word. So,
and then he went to fight Big Show, got squashed, and they still didn't think he was good.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Which, by the way, for the record, had he done the whole Kevin Owens get up, I swear to God, he would have made it.
Oh yeah. Well, I also think about it too. If he had tried to get signed, if he was this age and tried to get signed today, he would have gotten signed because we've seen now that build means nothing. Because look at all the guys all the indie stars now that are being signed today, anyway. So
yeah, I mean, Cassius Ohno was the biggest tub of lard, and everyone was raving about how good it was in the ring until his cardio was shit.
yeah.
The funny thing is, Zach actually has better cardio than Cassius Ohno does.
Oh, they need just having surgery too. So
True, true.
And I don't think he had surgery, but yeah, you have to have a knee injury. So then, pretty much now the rest of the documentary we're going to talk about is with Brittany because James pretty much just broke down Zach's portion of the documentary.
Yeah, Zach's just a story of heartbreak, where like Brittany's is a story of triumphs, pretty much.
Yeah. So, Brittany is leaving for Florida because that's where FCW was being held at the time. Well, I mean, I guess it still is today, but it's not FCW anymore. And obviously the whole family's upset. They dedicated some time talking about, like I said, how Julia was upset that her family wasn't going to be whole. Brittany wasn't sure if she wanted to go because it's a new, going to America's a new place for him. She'll be like a small fish in a big pond. Because the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean's there, so she's obviously gonna be a small fish.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously
the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, so obviously it's a small fish in a big pond in a big ocean in a big lake, ocean, pond, water.
And then they have like their final match. It's Brittany and her mom, Sayala. They obviously lost the tag belts so that's why they had to do that match. Which that part I wish they had talked about a little bit more how Brittany probably was nervous that she was gonna get hurt because they should have focused on that, but maybe she wasn't worried. So
yeah, something tells me because she didn't have to experience it like Zach did. Oh my God, I'm getting frozen.
Yeah, because they also focus around talking about too.
Hello.
Yeah.
We're breaking up here.
I don't know.
Damn it!
He got broken up. Well, wait. It's okay.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. How was your day?
Poor connection on my end.
What the fuck?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, but why?
Okay, I can hear you. Me?
It's the Zodiac, isn't it? He's fucking with your connection. He's taking your piss. He's taking your piss.
He's taking all your pisses away.
Oh no! Internet's pissing and he's taking it.
You want to just say what you were gonna say before because you cut out.
I think I was gonna say something of the. I don't even remember now. Fuck. I think it was something to the effect that I don't think Paige had to deal with the same injury or the same experience as Zach did, where he got injured doing an indie show. So yeah. I don't think she's gotten injured up to that point, which fucking shocks me, by the way, because I think she started young too. What was it, like 13? They said she started.
Yeah, 13.
Fucking. I'm surprised it took. I'm surprised it took her like 3 years into her WWE career to get injured. To be honest.
Yeah.
Knowing that.
They even talk about too. How I think Zach was a little resented because, he wanted it more than Brittany did. So.
Yeah, which. And I don't know if that's the case because something tells me like why are we fucking doing that? Like, you know what I mean? No wonder this documentary is called Fighting with My Family. Like, I'd be pissed if I was a part of this family.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking judging me because I actually got a tryout and he didn't. Why can't you just be fucking happy for me? You know what I mean?
I wonder if Brittany went back and watched this documentary and she was just like, what the hell, you weren't happy for it? Because obviously he's trying not to say something. He's saying stuff on camera, so knowing that this documentary's being made, so
yeah, right.
saying. But anyhow, Brittany then goes to Orlando. she starts adjusting well at first, where it shows her having fun on a boat, and she talks about how all the Americans are really nice to her, which they were probably nice to her for other reasons, not the reason that she thought they were. So, just somebody had to say it.
Well, she found that out a couple of years later after the fact.
Yeah.
Xavier was Brad Maddox.
And then but obviously she has some upsetting times.
Wait, what? Chris, what?
They were deeply nice.
Yeah, they were.
All are nice. Super nice.
But then
they had a very deep relationship.
Yes.
Very deep relationship with the Americans.
So then
we're horrible people.
Yeah.
Just end the show. We're terrible. We're horrible people.
We're almost done.
Yeah,
good.
And then we find out that
we got to talk about the really heartbreaking scene where Paige is just crying because she's like, I feel sad because I'm away from my family.
I was just about to say it, yeah, and then I got cut off. So.
Sorry. I don't know.
You want to talk? You want to talk about, like, obviously, Brittany's, getting a new ring name and being,
Oh yeah, she gets Paige. She turns into Paige.
Yeah.
She's
because WWE hypnotized her and said that's not, Brittany. That name never happened. So
yeah, so she thinks she's Paige now. She's Brittany. Yeah. Brittany died.
Yeah.
So what happened? So basically, she's in the room and she's like crying because she's like, I'm separated away from my family. Half the time, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't want to go back because she hates being away from her family. She's been with family all her life, and it's just it sucks. To be away from your family for that long. Especially,
it even shows her having Skype. I'm assuming it was Skype calls with her family and stuff too. So, and then she has I don't think this was her first match, but this is the match that her family watches. Which is kind of funny because it was Paige versus it was a triple threat match. It was Paige versus Audrey and Marie, and it didn't say the other woman's name because I guess she wasn't important. So,
yeah, right. Talk about a fucking low blow.
Yeah,
that person.
But this is where Chris, you're the only one that knew Audrey Marie. Who's Audrey Marie?
She's Tyler Breeze's wife.
Yeah.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I told you this already.
Yeah, he told us.
You know what? You probably got cut off knowing how bad the connection's been the last couple fucking minutes.
He told us off camera.
Did he? I don't remember. I'm sorry. But now I know.
A 2-second memory span?
Yes.
But then, the family's watching the match. I think they were the only ones rooting for Paige because Paige was a heel at this time. So,
yeah, of course they were.
So, well, at least that we saw, anyways.
Oh yeah, she was a very bad girl.
Yeah, and obviously another thing they address in the documentary is that since Paige is signed into WWE, the
God damn it, Chris.
Look at you. Are you trying to kill James, Chris?
Yes.
I did. I succeeded.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Anyway,
next.
But I didn't mention that since Paige is signed into WWE, ticket sales and stuff and attendance have gone up for the night's wrestling promotion. So that's obviously a happy ending right there.
Yes, and UK wrestling was more popular because of people like Paige.
Yeah.
And everybody was happily ever after in the old country. Yeah.
And then obviously it shows the aftermath. This is pretty much when the Zebra Kid and Zack. What their tag team name is?
Zebra Zodiac.
Yeah.
That's their tag team name.
And obviously, Chris, why don't you say where Paige has gone since this documentary's come out and stuff?
Well, obviously, if you've watched WWE within the past fucking 7 years, you probably would notice a superstar named Paige on there. I mean, besides the fact that she was getting fucked by Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods, you probably know her for her in-ring ability, which was fantastic.
Yes, and Chris, she is a former Divas champion, multi-time Divas champion,
and the first ever NXT Women's Champion too.
Yes,
First full champion too.
She was
in the brand's history.
Yes. Well, obviously, no one else has had the opportunities that Paige had to hold both belts. So, and then obviously, Paige, obviously her parents would be proud of her, but it would be kind of nice to see her fighting with my family's documentary too, because obviously there's been so much stuff that's happened in Paige's life.
You're thinking there should be another documentary, essentially.
Yeah,
instead of
I agree.
Hollywood movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you have a lot of stuff has happened just in Paige's life since then. With
all of their lives, really. I mean, Paige had to retire due to fucking injuries because she wrestled. Oh wait, let me say it. Too goddamn young.
Yeah, and then she was in that relationship with Alberto El Patron. Ricardo Del Rio or something his real name is. I forget. So,
Ricardo Del Rio, Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Ricardo Rodriguez.
But
they were dating.
Not Ricardo Rodriguez. I know,
it was Ricardo Rodriguez and Paige. They were dating.
Sure.
It's fine. It was a great relationship. It just didn't work out.
Yeah. Jose Rodriguez.
And obviously, the Knight family are pretty much doing the same thing still, running a wrestling company still, wrestling. So, yeah. And then obviously, we're not really going to mention, where like John Cena and Shawn Michaels are, because they really weren't, an integral part of this documentary.
John Cena's Hollywood. Shawn Michaels is bald.
Retired. And Big Show is still
retired again?
Yeah. He said he's done.
He was always retired.
But he came back for Greatest Royal Rumble.
No, he didn't. Crown Jewel.
So, is he really retired?
Yeah, he is. He said he's done.
I don't buy it.
Okay.
Because the minute another Saudi deal comes in, he's like, "Oh, money.
Yeah,
I'll take that."
Well, we know. Obviously, somebody on our Wrestling Rundown show knows how much Shawn Michaels loves money, because you have to pay, $100 just to talk to the guy. So, we know he loves money. So,
who is this?
John.
I thought it would be Noah.
Oh, but anyhow, that's pretty much the documentary, though. James, letter grade for the documentary.
I give it an A-.
Okay.
It was good. It was good
to
watch, and it was easy.
Now you have to give a letter grade for the documentary.
Besides, a DNW did not watch within the past 4 years.
Okay. What about?
I think I watched it around 2015, roughly 2014, 2015. But it's an A. It's a really good documentary in the early stages of her. Well, not really early stages of her career, because she's been wrestling since she was 13.
Yeah.
But early stages of her getting into WWE.
But yeah, I think a lot of people like this documentary too isn't just about Paige. It's also about the whole family. Zach. Not really as much. I can't look up his name right now, but the Zebra kid.
Roy Knight.
Roy
Knight.
He's gonna call him Boo. I was thinking, the fuck is Boo?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. It's a pink marshmallow man.
But yeah, obviously too, you have it's also about Rowdy Ricky Knight, Julie Knight. So it's about the whole family. And obviously,
whole fan family.
Yeah, watching this documentary definitely hypes you up to want to watch the movie.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it hyped me up to want to watch
it. For maybe for you, but I knew they were gonna fuck this up because they weren't gonna stick with the original thing. That's why I'm like aggravated with it.
But anyhow, obviously, when we do the rundown, when I watch the movie, if I'm allowed to, we will discuss the movie because obviously,
Not allowed.
well, obviously, it depends on if Noah has seen it or not, and plan on seeing it. So,
fair enough.
So, because I know Chris isn't, so I can talk about it all I want with Chris. But James, if you're going to be on it, I know you've seen it, so I can talk about it with you. So,
yes.
But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the review. But before we do the plugs, James picked a show. Want to say?
Yay! Okay, so I'm allowed. So we got to do Mania, right?
Anyone you want.
No, matter. It's
It has to be WrestleMania.
Wait, I remember because I texted it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, WrestleMania 28.
Yeah, but I'll say.
I don't think we've done that yet.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
I'll say it one more time though. It can be a WrestleMania, an NXT takeover, a Hall of Fame now because now we know that's happening. Which there is going to be that one.
Don't be boring and don't pick a fucking Hall of Fame.
There's going to be that. There'll be somebody that does it. So
don't be boring.
Somebody's gonna do it.
But
John's gonna do it just to troll all of us. I guarantee you.
That'd be boring.
But then
I guarantee you he's gonna do
it.
But then there's another you could do like a Raw or a SmackDown or any show that's taking place like the day after WrestleMania because that's part of the WrestleMania experience as well. Is the show sometimes the show is immediately after WrestleMania. So, yeah. So we're gonna do WrestleMania 28. So James, you have to be on that one. You have to you decide when the next retro is. Do you have a date
okay? You want to know when the next retro is? Okay, I happen to be free this Saturday, so we'll do it this Saturday at 1:00 p.m. Can we do that?
Well, no, because we got to do the rundown with and.
Oh shit, that's right. You want to do it after the rundown?
Sure. Well, I don't know
how long the rundown is.
Yeah, the rundown's 2 hours sometimes.
Okay.
Pick a different day.
Wait. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
That would be funny if I could do it because I can't.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Sunday.
No.
Sunday.
What time?
7 p.m.
Chris, does that work? Sunday, 7 p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
So Sunday, 7 p.m.
You'll see us then.
Yeah.
We'll be recording at 7 p.m. but I don't know when you'll see it.
Yeah.
You'll see it probably in a couple hours after. I don't know.
All right. So before we do the plugs, do you want to know how long this video took to do, or do you want to do the plugs and then we'll?
59 minutes. 1 hour exactly.
No, not yet. It's 50 minutes. We can do this under an hour. Let's go. All right.
Over an hour.
Plug time.
Over an hour.
James, go first because you have the longest ones.
All right, here we go. You guys can find me on YouTube and Twitter at youtube.com/user. What? Shut up. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/user/JHebert. Shut up. I'm trying to get to my name. youtube.com/user/JHebertSide95. And there's Twitter at JHebertSide95.
Not even an hour.
That's JHEBERTSIDE95. And by the way, I'm having a show.
An hour.
I'm having a show like the Knights, but it's not real and it's off a video game. You should totally check it out. It's a CAW league. It's called Famous Youth Wrestling. You can check that out at
over an hour.
youtube.com/user/WYW. Pride. Yeah. You can also check me out on NXT Party, although I won't be on this one episode, but you can totally check it out.
Oh, you can't be on this week?
No.
Okay. All right, Chris. You got plugs?
Oh, wait. I'll plug it for you, Owen. Noah and Owen did 205 Live Matters. Check it.
Yeah.
It's great. Aaron Rift.
Not like Aaron Rift needs our promotion, but
So I'll say this because we're over an hour, but well, you could catch me, not literally, figuratively, because you can't literally catch me on the wrestling rundown, which, as James said before, and I would have said already, is on Saturday. Now, if James can't fucking show up on Saturday, he's kicked off the show.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I do it. I like that idea. I'll
probably be on because we're not doing. In fairness, we're not doing WAW stuff, so I'll be good.
Okay. No, you know what, Chris?
All on there with a unique cast of characters, not fake people. There's a real human beings that are talking about what they love to talk about, which is professional wrestling. You fucking people should check it out. It's fantastic content. It goes way too long, but it's fantastic content.
This week we'll finally be reviewing Main Event too.
Oh no.
That would be hilarious, as if like we didn't review Main Event. That would be like the best show ever if Main Event wasn't even fucking a part of it.
I guess we can't do Main Event then.
Because if we review Main Event, I'm leaving the second you say, "Hey, we're doing Main Event." I don't care if it's 1 second to do it. I don't care if
an hour
we're into it.
Look, I have a deal. We could go an hour on this, but
it's only an hour.
Oh no, on one condition, Chris. Okay, you have to review Main Event on the show, and but the review for Main Event is under a minute.
No.
Okay.
Okay, I tried. Oh, just end it, quick.
All right.
Plug your shit.
You can check on the Talkinator, Wrestling Forge, and 44 and CM Brothers. Click on the bell, do all that fancy stuff.
And
click the fucking bell. You see that bell? Click it.
Yeah.
Get unique, interesting
content.
Sometimes funny commentary.
Yeah, and remember, a winner is you. Oh wait, wrong show. Fuck. Owen.
We cater to the people. We
plug Aaron Riff. Plug Aaron Riff.
You want,
I already did.
Oh, okay. Well, bye everybody. Yay.
Bye.
We're under an hour.